Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And the madness, it's unending. The latest wheeze they've come up with, the trans lobby, is that if a trans woman, that is to say, a man, is in a ladies only space, i.e., a ladies' toilet, and is asked to leave, they're to ring the emergency number 999. Other countries have different numbers. I think America it's 911 and so forth. But they're to ring the emergency services, ring the police as an emergency because somebody objected to them being in a ladies only space. It's madness. This is a service that is there for emergency use, for major incidents, not because a man feels a bit, I feel a bit put upon because I happen to be a man in a female-only space. And the females don't like it. I must ring the police on an emergency number. Are they serious? Well, yes, they are. Let's have a look at this article and discuss. I put myself down in my usual little corner, and you couldn't make it up. Here we go. So here it is. Trans women are told to call 999 if they are made to leave female-only spaces and feel unsafe. So, you're a man, you've got your junk out, having a piss, and a woman objects to a man with his junk out having a piss in a lady's toilet. And the man goes, "Oh, but I'm a lady and I'm going to ring the police." The advice was given by Mermaids, the UK's largest child transgender charity. That's an organisation that seriously needs investigating. It tells trans women what they can do if asked to leave women-only spaces. The charity says if they feel at risk of harm to call someone you trust or 999. One discrimination lawyer called the advice to call 999 grossly irresponsible. It is. It's an emergency line to be used for emergencies. Because a man in a frock is being asked to leave a ladies-only space, that's not an emergency. That's common sense. Anyway, getting in. Trans women should call 999 if they feel unsafe after being asked to leave women-only spaces, the UK's largest child transgender charity has said. The fact that the government has even come out with its own interpretation of the law and said that places can quite easily distinguish by biological sex is notwithstanding. So what they're actually saying is that ignore the law, just make a big fuss and furore and call the 999. Jesus, you can't get a policeman on a good day. Never mind because of something like that. You're going to overwhelm already stretched resources because hurty fee-fees. Jesus Christ. I hope they sue. Anyone who rings this number needs to be sued for wasting police time. Mermaids said it was not happy with the Equality and Human Rights Commission's ruling that trans women can be excluded from female-only spaces if there's a legitimate reason, such as protecting privacy. Well, that's tough, isn't it? That's absolutely tough titty, because you are a man in a female-only space. You don't like it because you want to feel special and ladies. But you're not. You're men. You're men. Get out of there. Last month, the EHRC published guidance to help venues make lawful decisions on services they offer to women and men separately, such as toilets and other things like changing rooms and such thing. Basically, what the government said was that if you are a man, you can be excluded from female-only space based on your biological sex. But of course, the trans lobby don't like that, and that is why they're constantly trying to define or change the definition, shall we say, of woman so that it includes men. They're trying to cancel women so that they can redefine the word to include men with mental conditions. Mermaid said the guidance was not the law and cannot be enforced. Actually, yes, it is the law and can be enforced. Before listing tips on what to do if someone asks you to leave a facility. Well, I tell you, if I was there and say my wife was in a place where she felt safe and a man walked in and she screamed and said, "I don't want that man in here," I'd go in. I'd pick that man up by his sack and rip one straight out onto the pavement and tell him he's a man and just stay out of there. Seriously, I would. It advises those at risk of harm to call someone you trust or 999. Naomi Cunningham, a discrimination law barrister, told the Daily Telegraph the advice to call 999 is grossly irresponsible. Mermaids was contacted for a comment but didn't make one because they know that they're in the wrong. They know that 99.99% of people in this country will tell them to go boil their head. The EHRC ruled service providers wishing to limit services to a single sex are legally able to do so, provided the reasons are justified and proportionate. And in fact, that line, justified and proportionate, is so flexible that how do you get past it? How do I, if I had an organisation, how would I stop men going into a ladies' toilet? Simple. I put a note up saying, biological ladies only. And when they are questioning me, I say, for reasons of privacy and for the comfort of biological ladies. And that's all you need. That is it in law. You don't even have to put notices up. You just have to say, it's a ladies only space, you out. End of story. And when they question it, you say, safety and well-being of biological ladies. That's it. They say that these could include reasons of privacy, decency, to prevent trauma, or to ensure health and safety. See? Very bland, very widespread. You can put any reason into one of those four categories. Last week, Mermaids criticised the ruling, claiming it was not inclusive enough of trans people. Men. It's not. There's no trans people. What they're looking at is they don't want trans people to go into ladies' toilets. They want men to go into ladies' toilets. And again, I keep saying this, why are these men so hell-bent on getting into areas where there are women and girls? It said, you cannot be excluded from a single-sex space without a fair reason. Someone being scared of trans people is not a good enough reason. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's absolutely the number one reason. If you are a woman who's a subject of DV and you are not entirely comfortable being next to a man, you don't want one in your safe space. It's traumatic. So, if you're a man, keep the hell out. And if you're a man with a mental condition, seek psychiatric help. You sad losers. You're sick. You're mentally sick. You need help. And there's no way you ring the emergency services because of hurty fifis. You morons. Anyway, this is only a little quick one. Just thought I'd put this out. But women, if you do find a man in his toilet, you know what to do. Anyway, let's end this, come up and finish the video. It's clearly wrong. These sad people with their completely awful mental condition, why they keep insisting on trying to get into areas where there are vulnerable women, women undressing, girls undressing. They're obsessed with it. They need to be investigated. But more than that, they need deep psychiatric help. This is a mental condition. They need to seek appropriate help. They shouldn't be in ladies only spaces, women only spaces. You could have a woman who is, like I say, she's the subject of DV. And last thing she needs in a safe space is to see some bloke. But otherwise, you've got women who are just unhappy at getting undressed in front of a man, or having their daughters undressing in front of men, or having men undressing in front of them and their daughters. A lot of these men are pre-op. So when they get undressed as a woman, and they've got their huge meat and two veg, but their lady meat and two veg, you understand, is wrong. Ladies, if you are in a position and that happens, you scream. You scream blue in the face. Scream, scream, scream. Make an issue of it and make them feel uncomfortable and tell them to get out, get out, get out. And when they don't and they do anything, then you call the police and say you feel you're under attack. You're being, there's a man in the room, you're not safe, and whatever. Turn the tables. Do to them what they're trying to do to you. They're trying to cancel you. They're trying to say, you can't throw me out of a lady space. I'm going to phone the police because you're trying to throw a man out of a lady only space. Fine. You make sure you get the call in first and say you're feeling threatened. There's a man in here and you're feeling threatened. This channel gives a voice to people who don't have a voice. There are people out there who cannot speak because they're in fear of losing their jobs, or in fear of retribution, or in fear even of DV, this channel gives them that voice. If you have any issue, contact the channel. I will raise the issue. I'll do it anonymously. I have taken this issue to heart. It's something I feel very, very strongly about, and I will continue the fight. And on that, I would like your help. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe if you feel you can. Every subscription makes my voice a little louder. It spreads the word, and we need to get this word raised loudly and far and wide. So I need your help to do that, but I'm certainly going to be shouting as loudly as I can. So, good friends, please subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications. Leave a like, leave a comment, and if you have any issues, please contact the channel. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.